melting pot of the world, America's diverse ethnicities, sexualities, and genders contribute to its ongoing dialogue on civic rights, reflecting a large deviation from the Father's original vision. However, challenges remain. Issues such as restrictive reproductive rights following the overturning of Roe v. Wade, inadequate representation for immigrants, and persistent racial injustice suggest that America still struggles to fully meet the expanded ideals of equality and freedom and how that has now cemented itself in modern times. While progress is evident, the country will continue to struggle with these issues until we have satisfied and truly flourished as a nation. Finally, the last deviation from the vision of the Founding Fathers has to be its overall lack of participation from the citizens in politics. Our current generation watches as the public becomes hesitant to closely involve themselves within politics. As mentioned before, this hesitance comes from the pressure of having a two-party system in which Democratic and Republican candidates do not fully represent what the public truly wants. The general agreement is that people just do not feel like their voices are being heard by the people currently in power. To them, the opposing two sides do not stand for what they truly want, but at the end of the day, one side is better than the other. In addition to this, there are many older people who choose to remain ignorant to the needs of the younger generation and continue to make decisions without listening to the inputs of others. This overall lack of communication between the younger and older generation creates a divide in how the future of the United States should look. The Founding Fathers, many of whom were quite young themselves during the Constitution's drafting, might have sympathized with the desires of today's youth to have their voices heard. However, the current political climate makes it increasingly unlikely that individual voices will make a difference, so much that it is hard to even hear your own voice. America will always continue to change, its political pendulum constantly swinging from conservative to liberal values. The Founding Fathers would have never expected the extent of this change, though. They most likely would not have agreed to the deepening divide within political parties. They would never even have considered the norms by which we now judge civil rights and liberties. And finally, despite their brilliance, they would probably not have predicted the current ambivalence of American citizens towards politics. Much of this change is a natural consequence of evolving times, standards, and values. Today, the original vision has expanded to include the needs of more groups. However, I believe that our government could do so much more for people like the veterans who have served so much and sacrificed so much for our country, to the victims of natural disasters, as we've currently seen with the LA fires, and to students, not just high school students, but students from kindergarten up to college, as they are the future of our nation. Therefore, it is unfortunate that the current state of the government and society falls short to really meet these ideals. Thank you.